have here is the die-cast end of a, what year is this thing again? I think 1937, REMY generator. Now already broken off of this bearing housing and brush assembly are the two bars that connected the back of this brush. As a matter of fact, I think I have them right here. Yeah, here they are. I mean, this die-cast material, unfortunately, is, you know, not really for the long term, at least not since 1930. So this assembly is now somewhat crystallized in its makeup, and having been banged at apex points over the years, it's just gone misshapen. But it has so many important things in it: the brush holding pins, locators, a bearing housing. And even though the bearing has kind of warbled out, and this bearing housing is slightly cracked in a few spots, we're going to reuse it. But we have to reshape it. So here's the game. This mechanism here that we set up in the lathe is the insides of an old harmonic balancer on a socket that just happens to be the exact right size to handle this bearing assembly when it's pushed in and twisted. And now we have an indication of how far out of round this is. As you can see, we have a big space there, and it's nearly touching here. So the back of this place is warped. So the concept here is to take another giant old bearing race that I've cut and put a sleeve into to fit the outside of this exactly, and then use this pusher plate, which is 90 degrees, lock it into the tailstock, heat this die cast to 450 degrees, which is the magic number for die cast, and then squeezing it with the tailstock, we will force this lip down to be flush with this perfectly round edge. And because it's already on an arbor here, that socket that is inserted in the back of the bearing housing, we will be able to make a perfect press of this material that will be concentric with the bearing. And then we'll remake the extensions off of this out of aluminum. Anyway, that's my story. And there's the old 1937 South Bend 11.5-inch lathe. We're off to work.